Welcome everyone. Today's game is a controversial one. It was played in 2011 Nordwest Cup held at Germany. Sergei Kasparov was white and Torben Schulze was black. In this game, Schulze displayed machine-like brilliance, starting with an unimaginable queen sacrifice. This led Sergei Kasparov to believe that Schulze had cheated and accused that Schulze was carrying a Bluetooth chip hidden in his hair. So much convinced was Kasparov that he spent rest of the game following Torben around, even to the toilet. And when it was Kasparov's move, he would send his wife. You have to see this game yourself to empathize with Kasparov's feelings and paranoia. So let's see the game. The game started with e4, nc6, knight f3, f5. This is Colorado variation of Nimzowitsch defense, a rare choice of opening, generally not preferred. Black's king side gets completely weakened. The game continued as e into f5. Black played d5 attacking the f5 pawn, but remember this weakens the e6 square and the e pawn itself becomes a weakness for black. The game continued as d4. Bishop captures the pawn on f5. White plays bishop b5 pinning this knight, and black plays e6. Now this e6 move looks a bit dangerous. White's knight will soon come to this square on e5 and attack the pinned knight on c6. Black knight coming on e7 can prove insufficient since the white bishop can come to g5 and pin this knight as well. But this will mean moving two pieces twice for white, and this loses time. And in chess, for most situations, time is everything. Let's see what this means in this game. As expected, white played knight e5. White is attacking the black knight which is pinned, but white knight has moved twice now. Black plays knight e7 supporting this knight here. White plays queen h5 check. Actually here playing bishop g5 directly is better. Moving queen loses critical time for white. Here black plays g6 driving away the queen. Queen comes to e2. Note that the white queen has also now moved twice. Black plays bishop g7. White plays bishop g5. Now this bishop is threatening a lot of things. White knight and bishop are pitted against this knight on c6, and the knight on e7 looks useless in defending this knight on c6 since this knight itself is pinned. Queen to d6 looks to be the only move here, but black had a better plan. Black played castle kingside. Of course here white played bishop into c6 capturing the knight at c6. This looks to be immediately winning for white. Black knight on e7 looks useless since it is pinned. If you capture the bishop using the pawn, white wins a lot of material. For example, if you play pawn into c6, you will have knight into c6. If you capture this knight with c6, bishop captures the queen at d8 and black is queen down. But in this situation, actually black played an unbelievable move. Can you guess what the move was? Take 10 seconds. Did you find the move? Believe it or not, in this position, black played knight into c6. Of course, white played bishop into d8. Black has given up his queen. And the whole theory behind this sacrifice by Schulze is that white has moved three of his pieces twice. Developmentally, black is lot ahead with all the pieces developed. White is yet to castle and the queen side is undeveloped. But practicing this theory in real chess requires computer-like precision, and hence Sergei Kasparov felt that his opponent was cheating and was getting help via a Bluetooth device hidden in his hair. Anyways, let's go back to this game. The game continued as knight into d4, threatening the queen here. Queen moves to d2. Here comes knight into c2 check. Remember, this c2 is protected by the bishop over here. King has to move. King goes to e2. Here comes bishop into e5, capturing the knight. At this point, Kasparov started getting ballistic with his comments. He was heard saying, "I don't want to play against a computer." Let's get back to the game. The game continued with white playing knight c3. Here, black played ra into d8, capturing the bishop. White played rook a c1, attacking the knight here. Here comes d4, which now counterattacks the knight over here, and it will end up opening the d file with rook pitted against the queen. Here comes knight d1. Remember, if you play rook c2, you will have d3 check, losing the rook over here, at the same time bringing the rook, black rook, directly attacking the queen. So here with d4, white played knight d1. Black now plays bishop e4. This does a lot of things. One, it opens up the f file, activating the rook over here. The bishop can come to f5, f4 and kind of attack the queen and the rook at the same time. And also this bishop will start grabbing up the pawn at g2 and start an attack at the king's side. Anyways, the game continued with white playing queen g5. Here black played d3 check. King went to f1. Here comes d2. Plan is to capture the rook over here and get the queen back. This of course will come after this bishop moving to the f4 square. The game continued with white playing rook b1. Here black played bishop f4. In this situation here, Sergei Kasparov resigned. Furiously, he got up and left the tournament hall without shaking hands or saying a word. In this position, although white is queen up and materially black seems to be at loss, technically it's a lost game for white. The game might have continued as, let's say, queen e7, then here black would have played bishop d3 check. King has no other place to go but to go to g1. Here then black would play knight d4. The idea is to bring the knight over here, check, and expose the king to a lot of discoveries. At the same time, the black bishop is now threatening to capture the rook on b1. So rook moves to a1. Here comes rook d5, bringing this rook onto attack against the white king. To prevent this attack, white might play g3, and this also kicks off the bishop at f4. This bishop then goes to d6, attacking the queen, which is at e7. Queen goes to d7. Here comes bishop c5. Note that this has opened an attack against the white queen. So queen has to move. It goes to a4, which is a safe square. To this, black plays knight f3 check. King has nowhere else to go, so it goes to the g2 square. To this, black may play knight e1 check. The moment you play knight e1 check, you have exposed the f2 pawn to attack from the black rook. It is already under attack by the black bishop and it will fall. White plays king g1. Here comes rook d f5, increasing the attack over here at the f2 square. White, let's say, plays h4 over here. Here comes rook into f2. If you play knight into f2, here comes rook into f2. White may extend the game by playing queen e8 check, to which black will play king g7. If white now plays queen into e6, this is knight f3, checkmate. I loved this game. It was this position. Would you have thought sacrificing your queen if you were black? Actually, I would have thought that it's a lost game. I hope you liked this game. Keep watching my YouTube channel for more such exciting chess games. Goodbye.